Okay, I'm back on this exercise bike, y'all. So, this video is going to be dedicated and for men. Women, you could utilize some of this information. However, this is for men right now because I was just at the grocery store, right? And I have a neighbor, and he's a man, of course. And so he's in a domestic violence situation, y'all. And see, these are the situations we overlook, right? Now, remember, there's a certain percentile of male victims. And if I'm accurate, I think out of all the domestic violence cases among intimate partners, I think the percent used to be 25% of them were male victims. Whatever it is, you can look up the statistic. Each state will have the statistics on the genders. So I know that men are in the lower category, okay? Predominantly, usually, women are more likely to be physically abused than men, okay? And this is a common sense thing due to the strength thing, okay? Men are typically more stronger than a woman if you're considering it without a weapon. So this situation has been going on for a while. This particular gentleman, of course, he's my neighbor. I'm friendly and kind with my neighbors. There's we have things in common like our family members go to the same school. We have family members that attend a local school. Okay, so we have that thing going on. So it's a complicated situation because I'm still in a state of shock. So we had exchanged phone numbers, and it wasn't like for no intimate purpose. This gentleman is actually reaching out for help. I don't think he's a narcissist, y'all. I don't. I mean, I have intuition and insight. His stories match up. I've known my neighbor for approximately during the pandemic. We met because we would be at the same basketball court with our relatives, right? And he's a friendly gentleman. He gets along with people. I mean, he has like a good nature to him. He probably has some little narcissistic traits like we all do at certain times. However, in general, he seems pretty mellow. Okay. And these are the traits that will get you abused, whether you're male or female. So when I say mellow, he's not the type of man where he wants to hit a woman, right? He also doesn't want to fight back. So while I'm in the grocery store and I'm there, getting my coffee and stuff, because there's a Starbucks in the grocery store, right? He walks up to me and speak and stuff, and he's scarred up. Okay, he's a pretty light complected man. He's African American, but he is light complected. And so he had one big scratch on one side of his face, another scratch that's not as long, a puncture on the top of his nose. That might leave a scar. The rest of the marks were like webs. It was no skin pulled off except for that one at the top of the nose. But she dug in pretty good at the top of that nose. I mean, that almost could have hit his eye. So of course I asked him. I treated him just like I would a woman. Okay, I'm not going to discriminate. Domestic violence is domestic violence. So I'm not going to mention his name, but I asked him what happened. I said, she hit you, right? Because I already know some of the background of the situation. Like I said, we exchanged numbers because he's reaching out for help. It's not like he's trying to make passes at me or nothing. He's just literally a friendly neighbor, always friendly with the relatives. We're walking around the same stores. I mean, I'm just one of those people. I know some of my neighbors, y'all. So I already knew she did it. I'm like, she hit you, beat you up. I mean, what's going on? And he's one of those people. He's always like giggling and stuff, and I'm like, you know, when you gonna call the police? He don't really want to do that because they have a teenage daughter, and he just don't want to do her like that. I think the lady's from out of state. She's from one of these down south states or whatever. So he said that if he called the police, it'll get worse. No, it won't, y'all. Men, do not fall for that narcissist female stuff. If she hitting you and you're not hitting her back, it's not gonna get worse if you tell her you're gonna call the police. It's gonna remind her that there's consequences for this. And it's unacceptable. It's also gonna let her know that you don't like this. But this is the situation.